Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. Now, this conjunction of an immense military establishment and a large arms industry is new in the American experience. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We recognize the imperative need for this development, yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes. We should take nothing for granted. Only an alert and knowledgeable citizenry can compel the proper meshing of the huge industrial and military machinery of defense with our peaceful methods and goals, so that security and liberty may prosper together.
Blackwater is one of 45 private military firms in Iraq. It's one of over 200 private military firms in the United States. We're standing here in opposition to all those who put their bottom line ahead of human life, who put their profit ahead of all life. This is the first time a group of unarmed citizens have come to stand at the gate of a private military firm in the United States. A private military firm, as all of you may probably know, gains at the cost of war. But today we stand here and say enough. This must stop. We must stop Blackwater before it spreads further, before it washes away all semblances of democracy, before they turn their trained guns for hire on us. Today we stand here and ask, what becomes of our souls when war is waged for profit?
A central feature of any democracy is civilian control of the military. Corporate control of a military, corporate control of an army, is the opposite of civilian control. By making an army corporate, they have taken it a step of the way away from democracy, towards something pretty sinister, pretty ugly, pretty negative that's lurking down the road. Finally, private armies become one more war profiteer. They make war for profit. That means they like war. That means they lobby for more wars. They create another pressure for war in our society.
Blackwater is both a symbol and it's a symptom. It's a symbol of what's wrong with U.S. foreign policy and what we're doing. Because Blackwater is part of a set of mercenaries, private armies that are hired to help us in our invasion and occupation of Iraq. And it's a symptom because it's an example of privatization, of outsourcing. Instead of having to come to the country and say, I need all these soldiers, all these Marines, all these Navy people to come and fight the war, instead, this administration decided to supplement the public military that we have over there with about 120,000 mercenaries from these private companies, including Blackwater and about 45 other different companies. So what they're able to do is to do this under the radar. Congress can't tell what's going on, the American public can't tell what's going on.
Continue to voice our opposition like we are here today, and to continue thinking strategically about what we can do to apply pressure where it needs to be applied, to push against these different forces that are perpetuating this war. And it's when we become the friction on all the gears and all the levers of the machine that we will bring the war machine to a grinding halt. Thank you.
I'm against having a period because it's not responsible to the American people. There's no responsibility at all. So yeah, any place in Illinois, any place in the United States, it's wrong.
We're on our way, and we won't turn back, and we won't turn. We're on our way, we're on our, and we won't turn back, and we're on our way, and we won't turn back. All together, we'll shut you down, Blackwater, we'll shut you down, we'll shut you down. We're on our way, and we won't turn back. We're on our way, and we won't turn back. We're on our way, and we won't turn back. We're on our way, great God, we're on our way.